We don't want to delay too much. Thank you all for joining us. We appreciate it. Today, we are having our marketing workshop, and we are talking about how to maximize your digital marketing tactics based on your practice growth goals. And you may have joined a marketing workshop before where you've seen my face. And my awesome co-host today is Courtney, who you may have seen at an advanced training webinar. And today we're going to tag team this topic for you guys. Hi, Courtney. How's it going?
Good. How are you? Thanks for having me, Demetria.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. You let me crash your advanced training webinar last month, so it's only right that I return the favor and let you hop into our marketing workshop. So let's jump right into it. Here's what we're going to cover. We're going to be talking about digital marketing today, how to determine your level of investment to reach your growth goals. We're also going to talk about capturing your audience, the use of repetition to build your brand awareness, and avoiding the digital marketing pitfalls. Digital marketing can be a great tool for you, but it can also cost you time and money if you're not aware of what you're doing and you're not being methodical and strategic about it. So we want to avoid that, and we're going to show you how today. In the meantime, some housekeeping rules. If you want to ask a question, please throw it into the chat box or the question box, and we will do our best to get to it at the end of the presentation. I want to start off just by kind of setting the tone. Digital marketing, you are working to drive traffic to your website. With that being said, to your website, to your landing pages, they need to be built to convert. So you always want to keep in mind that all of your marketing efforts are going to lead back to the single most important marketing tool that you have, which is your website. It is the one thing that you have 100% complete control over. You can put your best foot forward. You determine what people see, and you want to make sure that this hard-earned traffic that you've worked to gain is landing in the right place where they thought they would land, and that they will convert because you've made it easy for them to do so. So make sure that it's built to convert. Be mindful of the brand translation. Make sure that your marketing, your digital marketing assets that you're putting out into the world translate to your website, and make your website credible. You want your website to be professional, and you want people to feel comfortable knowing that you are the right dentist for them. So with that being said, we want to kick off our poll question. We have 2 poll questions for you guys today. And again, your website is so important. So I just want to know, is your website ready to convert traffic into new patient bookings? Please let us know. Again, this is so important. You want to make sure that your website is going to be able to allow people to take the action that they wanted to take when they clicked on your ad. So we have some results coming in. So far, 50% are saying yes, and then it's a 50% split between no and needs improvement. So awesome. We're going to talk more about that today. Okay, so let's hop right into it. So the investment of paid advertising. The economy and your personal finances and circumstances at the practice dictates a lot of what you do. And you always want to understand what your growth goals are to help you determine your level of investment. So here are some key things that you want to keep in mind when you're building out your digital marketing strategy. You want to determine your bid strategy and consider the following. Do not pay for keywords that people search for organically. That means your name, Demetria Wright, dental smiles. They're going to, if they know your name, they're going to search for that. You don't need to bid on those type of things. You also want to take into consideration your geo-targeting. Make sure that you are hyper focused on your location. You don't want to waste money. If you're located in California, don't waste money. Make sure that you're targeting and you're filtering the right things in the right channels and the right people, so that you're not showing up in ads in South Carolina where they're not going to come to your practice. And then also you want to set a daily budget cap. Know your level of investment and then break that down according to, I would say, because our next is only to run campaigns during business hours, break that down across your 5-day week or your 6-day work week and have a daily budget cap. And no matter what, stick to it. Do not get into the game of being flexible with those things. You want to make sure that if you are on a budget, you are adhering to it and that you are being as strategic and methodical as possible. So here are those are just some basic notes for determining your level of investment when it comes to paid advertising. So we're breaking this down into 3 different categories. We're going to talk about pay-per-click ads first, and then we're going to get into paid social ads, and then we're going to talk about search engine optimization, SEO. So with PPC, pay-per-click ads, I want to put this into perspective. This is a major revenue driver for businesses, and in 2022, Google's ad revenue amounted to more than $220 billion. 3/4 of people say paid search ads make it easier to find the information that they are searching for on a search engine. And then 1/3 of people click on a paid search ad because it directly answers their search query. So keeping that in mind, that when you're building these ads and you're investing in PPC, you want to make sure that you are answering the questions in your ads that people are asking for, because those are going to show up. Google is going to have those show up for you. And so you want to make sure that you're as closely identifying your practice and your services to the things that people would put into that Google search bar. So getting PPC to work for you. So Google Ads for dentists, they are very profitable in many cases. I would say most cases if you're doing it correctly. And the leads that you get from your efforts are the warmest. We'll talk about paid social in a moment, but when it comes to PPC, these are very warm leads because again, these people are searching for your practice or they're searching for the services that you provide. So when they go in and they put, veneers near me, dental crowns near me, and then your ad, which you see over here on the right, pops up, affordable dental crowns, and this is in the Chicago area. It shows the geolocation. You want to make sure, again, that you're answering those questions. Who provides veneers near me? Or who provides dental crowns near me? Affordable dental crowns. And you have the price, you have whatever information that you want to include in there. You want to make sure that you make these ads compelling copy. You want to include any discounts that you have, any special offers. This information right here, you want to make sure that you're being as descriptive as possible to make sure that your ad is conveying the services and what you provide and the experience at your practice. You want to make sure that your location is there, your hours are there. You're giving them all of this information in that PPC ad. And you can see, they'll see up here that it's sponsored. And again, it's answering their question. You want to make sure, again, that your landing page and your website is built to convert so that when they do go here and they click on this link, it will then take them to a dental crowns page or take them to a veneers page or whatever it is that you are promoting. You don't want them to just land on a generic homepage for you and then have to search for what they originally thought they would go directly to. You want to make sure that everything is visually attractive on your website. You have clear calls to action and that you reinforce the promotion and you have trackable phone numbers. Trackable phone numbers are going to help you along with your budgeting in the long run because it tells you where your traffic is coming from. So if you have unique phone numbers, you have unique URLs, that's going to say, okay, I had 100 people come in from this PPC ad, whereas I only had 28 people come in from this one. I need to put more investment into this ad. So making sure that you're able to track all of these links to help monitor your budget and then switch funds where they need to be, placed. So you want to remain flexible, you want to remain responsive, and give everyone what they're asking for in that ad. And when it comes to targeting techniques, again, this is a big deal when it comes to your budget. You want to make sure that you're targeting the right people, and hopefully you're showing up for that local map pack. So everyone, you may not know what that is called the local map pack, but I'm sure we've all seen it. When you go in and you're searching for, a dental office near you or a grocery store near you or whatever it is, you're going to see these top 3 or 4 come up. It's the first one will be sponsored, and then you'll be followed by 3 that are showing up for you in the local map pack. You want to make sure this is based off of your targeting. So you want to make sure that you're targeting your local audience, but then also you want to think about, are you targeting, and this goes into your growth goals, are you targeting certain procedures? Again, veneers, dental crowns, teeth whitening, cleanings, or are you targeting location? Are you casting a broader net and just saying, anyone who wants dental services in this area, I want them to come to me? This is all a part of your strategy and how you're going to build out what you want to focus on and where you're going to put your money and your dollars. You want to be mindful of your competition. This can increase your budget. Please, please, please avoid a bidding war. It is not where you want to be. Again, you want to be mindful of your budget and that daily spend. Do not allow what competitors are doing to drive up your budget unnecessarily. You want to keep an eye on them, but avoid a bidding war. This goes into your keywords and things of that nature that you're targeting. But you want to be creative in what you target. So, you know, maybe veneers aren't the best for you. Maybe you want to go for a different angle of Invisalign or something like that. But check and see what the keywords are that are the most expensive in your area or the least expensive, and then find a happy middle ground that works for your practice. Again, just be okay with losing if you are not willing to spend high dollars. A bidding war will drive up. If you really want this business, but you see that that the cost for that click is extremely high, then maybe try to go a different route and get creative with what you want to target that you think will still help you reach your goals. So let's talk about paid social. Paid social is what we like to call the more dollar-friendly option, and we will get into that. But just to set the stage for paid social, your Facebook ad only reaches, this is very interesting, your Facebook ad only reaches 10% of your audience unless you pay for ads. So if you're just putting an ad out there organically on Facebook, it's only reaching 10% of your audience unless you put some investment behind it. 75% of respondents to a recent survey admitted that they bought a dental product or service after seeing it on social media. And then 2.6 billion. Facebook has the most users with over 2.6 billion active users every month. So in theory, this is your biggest pool to play with. You know, depending on your specialty or your location, that could be different. But in theory, most practices should want to make sure that they're placing ads on Facebook because it has the most potential to grow your patient base. Again, paid social is your dollar-friendly option. So, and that's because these leads, we talked about PPC being very warm leads. Paid social, they're colder, but they're interested in what you're promoting because of your targeting. Now, you are inserting, when you think about PPC, people are looking for the services that you're providing. So your ads are popping up as they're searching for this. Those are very warm leads. You are disrupting their timeline and their feed and saying, hey, you don't know us, you may have never heard of us, but we offer Invisalign, or we offer Botox, or we offer whitening. And so you're wanting to grab their attention, whereas on PPC, they're looking to find you. On paid social, you're looking to find them. And so, yes, these leads are colder, but paid social, it uses detailed targeting based on your location and interest. So, you know, target people who are into skincare for Botox, you know, or people into oral health. All of these things are going to make your ads show up. So they are more cost effective for your budget. There is a wider audience on Facebook, but the leads are a little bit colder. Paid social is a game of repetition. You want your ad. How many times have you been scrolling and you've seen your ad show up, the same ad show up time and time again? You're always seeing the same ad. Well, that's intentional, and that's what you want. You want someone to say, I saw your ad a bunch of times and I didn't need it, but it came to mind after I chipped my tooth, after, you know, I decided I wanted, you know, whiter teeth or what have you. So you just want to continue to be in front of them until finally they're like, okay, let me reach out to these people. I've seen their ads. Let's give them a try. And your brand awareness is important. So it's important. So you want to make sure that your ad, it's going to take being seen 3 to 5 times on average, before people take action. You want to present the best visual representation possible. You can see over here, you have, you know, what looks to be the dentist. They're saying what they offer. their offerings, and then they give a short description of themselves. But it looks clean, it looks professional, and it's a video. So you have different multimedia aspects that you can use. And again, we're talking about budget and determining how to invest in digital marketing. It doesn't have to be a huge production. I actually err on the side of the more real it looks, and I would say humble, quote unquote, that your video looks sometimes can be so much better. You know, this day and age, everyone is marketed to at such a high level that when you just see something that seems real and authentic, a lot of times it resonates more, and real and authentic tends to be cheaper. So, you know, keep your budget in mind. Have, you know, staff photos, testimonials, videos. You can see this over here. It looks like they got someone's consent. Of course, always get the patient's consent. I would say in written form, so that there's nothing at risk there as far as HIPAA or anything like that. But they are just showing a procedure of real doctor, a real hygienist, you know, and they are giving, hey, give us a call. They have their number there. Base your ad on what your goals are and try to cast a wide net. Do not pigeonhole yourself into selling only one or two services. Rotate them. Maybe 1 week you're 1 week or two you're promoting a certain service, and then you switch it up the following the second half of the month. But just being mindful of what you're showing in these ads is going to be a big deal. And now I'm going to turn it over to Courtney, who is going to talk about search engine optimization. And this is arguably the cheapest option, because technically you can do it, a lot of it on your own, but this is something that it has many layers and a lot of depth to it, right, Courtney? So you get into it what you put in, right?
Exactly, very true. And continuing along with the theme that Demetria has set the tone for with online searches and trying to Google, you know, I want to talk about what is SEO and why it is so very important. So right there, the very first statistic you see, 77% of patients find and choose their healthcare providers online. That's over 3/4 of the patients are looking to the World Wide Web to find their next doctor. I do it myself. Something as simple as dermatologist near zip code, general dentistry near me. Usually something captures your eye on that front page, you click and you go from there. But how does a company get onto that front page? SEO. SEO is necessary to ensure your patients can find you. But what exactly is it? Search engine optimization. It's a set of techniques and processes to help increase your online presence and improve your website quality and, of course, traffic. You want more people coming to your website. Over half of the population currently uses internet search engines to find local businesses, and there are over 200,000 dentists throughout the US. That it ensures your dental practice stands out. That is crucial for your online traffic. So whether it's, and then the next part of it is whether it's Amazon shopping or even a new physician, more than ever, people read reviews, and you can find those reviews on your website and when you do online searches. So just a few fun facts: 92.96%, very shy of 100, of global traffic comes from Google search, Google Images, and Google Maps, right? It is its own term. Hey, let's Google it. 68% of online experiences begin with a search engine. 0.63 of Google searches click on results for the second page. That's why it is so very important that you want to be in the good graces of Google and be on that front page. So next slide, Demetria. Your content heavily influences your website traffic to improve your rankings and build trust with your patients. So current assets that you want to consider, your multimedia, you want to think beyond the website. You want to ensure that there are no broken pages. I mean, that's somebody gets to your website and they click on something and they don't go anywhere. That's not the best presentation. You want to make sure your content answers the questions or phrases the potential patient typed into Google. So therefore, if they typed in crowns near me, you want to make sure that in your services you put restorative dentistry, that you actually do crowns. You want to consider blog posts on there, videos. People love to see the videos. They love to see, you know, the real-time patient and doctor in those videos. Frequently asked questions. People love to go to frequently asked questions to see if, you know, their particular question has already been asked and there's an answer for that. And then of course, social media posts. Next slide. So what you want to talk about is when you talk about maximizing your Google, your business profile, we actually have a solution, and I will tell you about that solution here on the next slide. But up to 3 businesses are featured in that Google Maps pack that Demetria was talking about. So sometimes you'll see a sponsored, or you'll see 2 or 3 sponsored when you first Google something. A lot of times I try to skip over those. I take them into consideration, but I skip over those because I want a real website. So you'll see those sponsored results displayed alongside or along the 3 organic ones. And then here I'll show you how to improve your actual business. Go to the next slide. You want to focus on the local search engine optimization. So we actually have a solution for what you can, for how you can actually see how you are graded, or kind of see where you rank among other local dentistry around your area. So once you figure out, if you found that Google Map Pack, if you're actually showing up on that website, then there's a way to make sure that you actually are popping up on that first page underneath those sponsored. You're gonna look at the next page, the next link, the next slide. See, I'm already thinking Google, I'm saying link. So here at Revenue Well, our SEO methodology is big picture focused. So it's how do you rank, or how can I rank better, right? So we have a solution where you actually can evaluate your practice. You can access this link on your marketing platform. On the left-hand side in that dark teal menu bar, there's actually an icon of a computer with a little search tool. If you click on that, it actually brings you to this page. You put your information in, and it actually does an evaluation of where you rank currently. It's actually a little bit of fun. So the PBHS and the Revenue Well team will contact you, letting you know where you rank and how you can possibly improve that score. And while it's fun to check and see where your efforts have landed you, you're always hoping for that front page. It's not just about your Google ranking. It's about the greater visibility of your brand online and whether you're attracting and therefore converting new patients. You're gonna look at that next slide. So we actually offer 3 different packages. And the reason I wanted to show these to you is because you can actually find the best solution for your particular practice. So that's why I want to, dive a little deeper into what it looks like for your general practice and why these 3 bullet points are important. So they're designed for an established practice, for a less competitive market, and then more of a mid-tier, and then more of an elite. So if you have a lot on your plate and this is not something that you want to dive into yourself, then of course you can always look to a solution, such as Revenue Well and PBHS, to kind of help you out, and then you're not investing, more than your budget had allowed. You're looking at more of a basic package just to get you up and running, to get you started. Back to you, Demetria.
Awesome, thank you. And again, SEO is so helpful and is so important. And of course, you can do a lot of this on your own, but it is also, this is a discipline. People study this. This is a whole profession. So it does take a lot of consistency and a lot of time. So you want to make sure that you're doing it properly and to the best of your capabilities. So we're going to take our second poll, and at the same time, we are going to select our Uber Eats winner for lunch on Revenue Well. So first, let me take the poll. Our second poll question is, what are you most excited to explore after this webinar? Is it pay-per-click? Is it paid social? Is it SEO? And in the meantime, let's also, while you guys continue to answer that, let's select our winner of the $30 Uber Eats gift card. It looks like we have, it is Mindy Houghton. Mindy Houghton. Congrats, Mindy. You get lunch on Revenue Well, and we will send that to you. Please allow up to 24 hours, and we will get that to your inbox. Congrats, Mindy. I appreciate that. I appreciate you joining us today. So let's get back to our poll. It looks like 8% of you said pay-per-click, 17% of you said paid social, and 75% of you said SEO. So it looks like SEO is a big one that people want to dive into, which is awesome. So with that being said, let's wrap up with some pitfalls that we want to make sure that you all avoid. Again, digital marketing takes time, it takes investment, and we want to make sure that you do not waste either of them. So avoiding pitfalls: do not fall victim to high spend with low return. Again, we cannot stress it enough. You are driving people to your website. Make sure that that website is built to convert. All of this will be for naught if you do not land them where they want to be and it doesn't translate into what they thought they would see. So making sure that your website is built to convert is very important. Another pitfall to avoid is not investing in showcasing the best of your practice. A lot of this applies to social because it is so visual. You want to make sure, again, that you're showing those videos, you're showing that content, and it's really enticing and it's resonating with people. So be very mindful of the things that you're putting into these ads. A huge pitfall to avoid is not having a goal. Before you get started, understand what it is that you want to drive for your practice. Is it more bookings for a specific procedure? So that's going to dictate, okay, my ads need to talk about this procedure. Is it just increasing filling your schedule? Okay, well, let's cast a wider net and have them come in, to just for their dental consultations, or we'll do a new appointment special or something for first-time patients. Having your goals is going to help you dictate what you do for digital marketing. So do not just throw money out there, and make sure that you have a purpose. And then not paying attention to competitors. Again, you want to make sure that you understand what your competitors are doing, but do not allow them to get you into a bidding war. It is not worth it. Be willing to lose, but be mindful of what it is that your competitors are doing.